we certainly would like to move forward if you want to do a lot. So everything I'm going to put up here, take good notes on. It's going to definitely be coming to full circle with you. Hold your questions to the end if we could, because as I move through this, there's videos, there's other things in here that hopefully will help answer your questions. But if not, we'll have a quick Q&A at the end of our presentation. All right? Any one-off questions that you want to ask me, please feel free at the end so I can address that personal issue with you on one-on-one. Good? Ground rules laid. You ready for some excitement? Okay, please go ahead, Chef. Okay, why Disney? Why are you interested in this Walt Disney World company? Well, this is the enterprise of the Walt Disney World. This is who you're getting ready to interview with. This is who's going to be on your resume. And let's face it, this word is a brand name across the entire globe. When you put Disney on the resume, no matter what part of the world you're in, somebody's vacation there or knows about it. That's how broad your resume now comes. From Little Minnesota to this whole spectrum of people understanding what type of work that you did. So obviously the Disney parks, how many of you have been there? Vacation down there, had some fun, ate some food, probably stood in some lines. Yeah, all the above, more than likely. But everyone thinks that's who we are. Well, there's a lot more to our place than that. Do you guys know where the parks are?
Yeah.
I looked it up on the Google.
Okay, so what cities, what countries are they in?
Tokyo.
Tokyo. Keep going.
Paris.
Paris. Southern California.
Today, tomorrow.
Lake Buena Vista, Florida, Orlando. How about Shanghai, a new park opening up over there? Going to be huge. Hong Kong, another place, right? Let's go down to the Disney Cruise Line. How many of you been on the Disney Cruise Lines? Oh, you're missing out on the best experience ever. We have 4 ships, 2 in the Atlantic, 2 in the Pacific. Fabulous, fabulous park. That's possibly for a full-time job when you finish your internship. Those of you interested in cruise line. Consumer products, I think everybody owns something from Disney in their house, right? T-shirt, movie, some type of Disney information. Think about the companies that come here that can say that. There is none, except the one in the room you're in right now. That's how broad our products are. Marvel characters, but the Avengers movie just came out. It's a Walt Disney product. Just think about that. $207 billion in one weekend. You think the company is financially sound?
A little bit.
Yeah. Or how about that little place you're thinking about going down here in Mineola Heights, Minnesota to go cook at? It's going to close in 3 months. You no longer have a resume, do you? Think. This is your biggest credits. Make sure you go into a place that's going to give you that. ABC TV and ESPN. You can't get a bigger brand of entertainment than that. All of them are chef areas where we recruit from. ABC, got to have a nutrition, culinary, dietary degree to work for them, period. Bottom line. Because they're looking for folks that can take care of diets and things along that line because of the stars of entertainment. And of course, ESPN, the biggest sports brand out there, restaurants all across the world. So you can do a lot of things with us, can't you? A lot more all of a sudden in that little place in Orlando, right?
Yes, sir.
Thank
Yes,
you.
sir.
If you're not awake, we can broadcast this through Skype and I can stay home in Orlando and enjoy my family. Go ahead, move on. All right, little information on our company.
To all who come to this happy place, welcome.
Okay, those are our internship programs. You guys are going to be right there in the Disney Culinary and Pastry program. Everything you saw up there are interns from over 200 universities throughout the world that come down and do an internship with us. So you're not going to live with just culinarians. You're going to have folks that may be studying entertainment, merchandise, housekeeping. You could have folks in finance and business degrees, all doing a Disney internship, which could all be part of your roommates that you're going to have with you. Over 70 languages are spoken fluently on the Disney College program. One day you're going to have to manage people who are different from you, and this is the start of this. As soon as you walk into those kitchens, because not everyone's going to be speaking fluent English. But you're going to have to manage some people at some point in your life who are different from you. So you might as well learn it right now. Chef? Okay. The common goal for the Walt Disney World Company is to create happiness, providing the finest entertainment for people of ages everywhere. Think we do a good job of this?
Oh, yes.
Your food and beverage goal, better write this one down because I can assure you your chefs are going to ask you this when you arrive. Walt Disney World Food and Beverage mission statement is to make every guest feel special, including children. You will cook a lot of food for young adults. And the cover of USA Today, front page, Walt Disney World was on it, saying we are no longer supporting any companies who supply junk food ads on our local TV brands. We have a lot of industry products that go out there for young adults, and we want products made efficiently, quality, and using seasonal products in them. No additives, nothing of this. The statement has already been delivered to the world. You better change, or you're not going to be part of what's coming up. Chef? All right, the components we're going to cover. Your note-taking will be along the earning program because it is a paid externship, and I'm going to cover a whole week's pay with you. The learning experience, I have 320 restaurants for you to externship in, and I have 12 bakeries for you to do your pastry work in. All these locations will be in the resort and park areas, so you need to be open to all experiences, indoors and outdoors. And of course, we provide housing, so there is a living component to this, and I'm going to show you how all that works so that you're comfortable with where you're going to go, especially day one when you arrive. You're not going to have your whites on, you're not seeing a chef, you're moving into housing. So I want to cover all that with you, and we'll begin right away. Chef, with the next space, please, with our earning.
It's really great working for a large company like Disney. It gives me a chance to really push myself harder.
Working for a big company, it's very different. You learn a lot.
Sunshine Seasons is the second busiest location at Epcot. My responsibilities include working the grill and making sure that we're prepped up for the next day.
I work at Disney's Boardwalk Resort, and I'm a baker. I finish desserts for restaurants. The work itself is very creative.
I work at the California Grill at Disney's Contemporary Resort. I've gotten to work with so many different food items that I've never seen of or heard of before, and just getting to learn how to work with those items has been awesome. The name Disney means high standards to most people when they come in, and they expect everything to be delivered at those standards.
I work at the Wave of American Flavors at Disney's Contemporary Resort. My job can be very challenging at times. I do work in a kitchen, so it needs to be fast-paced and keep up with the flow of the restaurant.
I'm in my element now. I'm happy.
I work for Hollywood and Vine at Disney's Hollywood Studios. It's a character buffet. A lot of characters come in from the Disney shows in the morning.
I work in the Crystal Palace in Magic Kingdom. It's a character buffet. Working in a restaurant that has Disney characters is very entertaining.
This was my first culinary job, and I had to learn how to work efficiently.
When you first arrive, you do receive training. They give you a schedule, and you have set days for training, and then you do your assessment.
On my first day in the bakery, I met my trainer, and we just jumped into it.
It's beautiful, but over here,
site with me as a leading leader?
My leaders at my restaurant are fantastic. They have taught me things that I could never imagine being taught, and they are wonderful. I love them.
Well, I think it's a great flavor combination. I think you did a great job with that.
The Epcot International Food and Wine Festival is a cultural experience. They have different kiosks with food from different countries, and people can go around and try tasting portions from everywhere. I worked in several different kiosks and got to learn how to cook food from 5 or 6 different countries. Every day it was a different thing.
Party for the Senses is a huge event that the Epcot International Food and Wine Festival holds.
I personally was able to work with my executive chef and help him prepare his dish and also prep food in the back as well at the same time. It was very fun, very difficult, very fast.
Disney has equipped me with the skills that I need to start my career, and I know that wherever I go, I'll be able to do it.
Culinary students should do this externship because it's resume building and it's exciting and you learn a lot here if you put your mind to it and you strive for it.
This externship has meant more to me than probably anything in my life. It has given me the opportunity to go on and do things and succeed.
You get to actually make the magic happen, so it's awesome to work at.
So that's a very small picture of the restaurants that I mentioned to you. So there's a lot more to see, but those are some of the interns that I've hired in. So Chef, you can move on to the next slide, please. All right, well, we will take that off. That's not what we want to see.
Segue into something else. As you're going forward in your externship or looking at your externship, we'll create, through your application process, you'll be receiving emails back and forth, going through your interview and such. You will get information via email when you're offered a position at Disney. Watch for those emails, okay? Don't just delete them. Make sure you read through them carefully. Anything that they send you is important information. It has a lot to do with your times, your dates, what to be, where to be, all those kind of wonderful things.
Okay, we're back. Thank you. Stuff they don't teach you in culinary school, right? You gotta figure out things along life gives you these messages. All right, so let's talk with the pay. Here is how it's gonna work. I want you to write down 3 types of pay. I want you to write $8.25, $12.37, and $15.70. And I want you to write those down and stop, hold, freeze, stop what you're doing after you get those down. Those of you who want to continue to write, you will miss the entire message that I'm trying to communicate to you. All set? Ready? Do you smile? We only hire people who smile at Disney, okay? All right, good. All right, so let's begin with the work week. Walt Disney World's work week begins on Sunday and goes through Saturday. So you have 7 days of work. You're generally going to work 5 of those days. You could have 2 days off together, could have split days, depending on the role you're in and stations you're on. But you are going to be paid weekly. So every Thursday you will receive a paycheck for the hours that you worked last week. So let's put together a work week, and Mr. Paul is the apprentice coming into the kitchen. He arrives in, he gets his schedule, he's off Monday and Tuesday, so he comes to work on Sunday. He works a full 8 hours and goes home. He's paid $8.25 per hour for that part of the day. He's off Monday and Tuesday. He comes back to work Wednesday. He sees his schedule's been changed. He's working 10 hours. Be prepared for this. It's not, oh, will you please? It's, no, this is what you are working. That's what you're there for, correct? The work.
Yes.
So his 8-hour day is now 10 hours. So his first 8 hours